we're back. Just want to establish myself together. So again, this video comes from the Nexus. These guys have been doing a lot of, you can tell it's like AI, so like AI narratives with the Batman contingency plans, but it's kind of been, I don't want to say it's getting out of hand, but just like the narrative of like these characters fighting each other. Could Batman beat, like, obviously we're watching the Creeper from Jeepers Creepers, like the character or the demon, the main like antagonist of the movie. If Batman can make some type of contingency plan to beat him, I'll react again to, I think I saw him a couple of months ago. It was like I saw the Michael Myers one. I saw the Freddy Krueger one, which was really cool. So again, shout out to those guys for making these videos. A lot of thought went into it. It's amazing. The idea is awesome. So here we go. I'm excited. Every time I see one of these, it kind of gets me. It plays on my mind just how intuitive they're making Batman, contrary to what you see a lot of other people do when they try to compare Batman when it comes to like the whole prep time idea, like, oh, but Batman needs prep time to do this, and that. And these videos kind of feed to that, but at the same time, I think a lot of people confuse how prep time for Batman isn't more or less of a, like someone, a lot of people, again, when they try to pit him up against people like, oh, without prep time, and it's like, you can't, Batman's innate ability is to literally read out situations and observe a bunch of steps before he actually executes his plan. That's literally his character. You have obvious times where Batman fights things for the first time, he gets his ass kicked, but that's what any type of superhero, if we're being honest. So it's just like with Batman, for Batman's sake, I think it's just interesting how, again, with the Nexus, shout out to them again, with these concepts, I like the plans that kind of make sense and feed into the lore, for one, for whoever he's fighting, but two, also just, again, that narrative of Batman can't have prep time, and it's like, no, he can, because he knows his limits. He knows that he's a human, and he knows that he has to prepare certain things and certain ordinances in order for him to execute this plan. So one more time, shout out to the Nexus. You guys are amazing making this video, editing it. The visuals look amazing. I like how they use the Nightmare Batman from Batman v Superman. That's pretty awesome. And yeah, here we go. Also, if Nexus ends up watching this video and seeing my reaction, which I would love, if you guys have an Instagram, just let me know what the Instagram is. I don't mind shouting you guys out. You did amazing. You put your heart and minds on this video, so I would love to give you guys a shout out. Let me know what you guys' Instagram is. Once I finish editing, I'll post it, all that stuff. So 3, 2, 1, here we go.
Another case, sir. Empty car, missing family, and no tracks leading away from the road. Local authorities wrote it off as a runaway.
People don't just vanish from an open road, not without leaving a pattern. 17 reports. Always the same rural route. Always in clusters. Every 23 years for 23 days.
That's not coincidence, sir. That's ritual.
Predators that follow patterns can be trapped. I'll see what's hunting that road. Fear drew it out there. I'll meet it where it thinks no one is watching.
Not your usual ride, sir. It looks like it barely survived the last century.
Out there, a sleek engine screams, outsider. This has rust, dents, history. Armor on the inside, camouflage on the outside. Exactly what it expects to see before it feeds. Local police came and left. No bodies, no footprints leaving the road. Just silence and an empty car.
Are there any signs of a struggle, sir? Tire marks? Blood? Anything the reports might have missed?
No skid marks. No drag marks. Just impact, panic, and then something pulled them out of reality in seconds. These scratches aren't from tools or boots, and this fiber doesn't belong to anything on a human inventory.
I'm already cross-referencing older missing person reports on that highway, sir. The pattern is concerning.
Good. Keep digging. dates, gaps, anything that repeats. Predators erase witnesses, but they can't erase their own habits. This road has seen it before.
And that's the thing. It's just like when
This game,
the way that Aquaman
you're not ready for it.
end up beating
Fear.
he has to, like he's saying it, like it has to be a trap, but it's also just one of those things where it's like physicality comes into play as well. He doesn't want to get too close and try to dance with it. His best option would be, again, to trap it. I think Batman can figure out a way to trap the thing. I think it's just the biggest issue that's coming into my mind is probably just figuring out how to lure it out, if that makes sense. Versus, well, then again, the Creeper in the movies, he's a pretty proud / like cocky individual, so it's like he might try to show off and Batman might put it in its place low-key. So it's like we'll see. It is interesting so far though.
Tool. But the fear I use is the fear of consequence. The fear of law, of justice.
And another thing, I like how he's in the truck that he outfitted now. But that's some shit that only Batman would do. It looks very rusty, old. It's meant to attract this thing's attention. But on the inside, it's decked up. He can't get through it like he thinks he's going to get through it, which would buy him enough time to weaken it or do whatever trap he needs to do. That, again, that's some shit that Batman would think of. And when you really think about it, stuff like this isn't really rudimentary science, especially if you've seen all the Creeper movies and all that other stuff. Like, it's not rudimentary science. You really do just have to trap it. But the problem is that you wouldn't have a very intellectual / peak human like Batman figuring shit like this out. In the movies, it's usually people that don't know better. They try to run from it. They try to more or less trap it or kill it with like blunt objects, which Batman might do eventually in this, but like, let's keep going. Like I said, I just like how the truck is just outfitted as the trap, basically. But we'll see if the truck is the trap, because that's going to be the crazy part if it is.
What I hunt now does not fear the law. It is the law of its own nature.
Master Bruce, the feeding cycle began 72 hours ago. Every 23 years, it hunts for 23 days. It is a creature of cycles.
Cycles are predictable, and the predictable is controllable. I call it protocol harvest. The goal is not to kill it. It is to interrupt the cycle. The Creeper is not mystical. It is biological. A demonic creature, yes, but with a physiology that obeys rules.
Now that's interesting. So see, this is what I'm talking about. Like, he literally even just said it. It's just like, it's not something like a ghost or something that can phase in and out of stuff. I might have trouble with this. I gotta change the chemicals around me or the environment around me to get this thing. I can just genuinely trap it and like physically harm it. But that's gonna be the problem. Let's see if he can physically trap it, for one. But then for two, we gotta see if he can physically harm it too.
Places body parts with those of its victims. It is a parasite that perfects itself. Weakness, Master Bruce? Weakness is necessity. It needs specific parts. It needs fear to choose. And it needs time to hibernate. Every 23 years.
And that's crazy. Like, you think about it, every 23 years isn't that long. Because some things you get, like, for example, I love the new Dairy show that's out now, Pennywise, all that stuff. That photo shoot is coming soon with the figures and everything that I do on the Dark Lantern channel. So check that out. But the Dairy show is amazing so far. I think but like them explaining the lore of where it came from, how far its reach really is, like, that would be insane if Batman had to like just fight it, or like the actual clown, or like the entity itself. I wonder how he would defeat something like that, because then that is something more magical than physically tangible, and you can just fight it or punch it or do something. So that would be interesting.
The same reports. Missing travelers, empty cars, no bodies. Different victims. Same stretch of road. The feeding grounds change. The nest doesn't. All routes curve back to the same structure. Same building. Same hiding place. It hunts on the road. It sleeps in the same grave. I don't wait for it to choose the next victim. I go straight to where it feels untouchable. It is a hunter. But it is a hunter with habits. It uses the same vehicle, the same hiding place. Predictability is its arrogance. The odor. A mixture of formaldehyde and something resembling sulfur. It is preparing for hibernation. Time is running out. Reaper is almost indestructible. Fire, bullets, explosions. It regenerates. But regeneration has a cost. It needs time and organic material.
Is the experimental blade ready?
Yes, sir. That alloy can disrupt whatever keeps these things coming back.
I don't need much. I just need a catalyst.
This dude is making makeshift magical poisonous batarangs. Bro, see? Something as simple as this. Batman would make up, oh, but he needed prep time for that. And it's like he needed prep time, but again, realistically, this isn't something that's just rudimentary. He found the weakness. He found that it wasn't, again, something that's not tangible. It's not a ghost that can fade. None of that. He was like, all right, I'll hit him with his own magical stuff. I think his plan is going to be to more or less just, like he was saying, when it regenerates, it has to use something in order to regenerate. He has to just be fast enough to break it down to the point where he's breaking the creeper's regenerative cells down so fast that it can't come back fast enough, and then Batman can like deliver a knockout blow or whatever he's gonna do physically. But this is a good plan, and it's not something mad out of the ordinary. He's not he's not changing the environment around him. He's not doing nothing extraordinary. He could have just conjured up or asked Zatanna or Constantine to like bless over these batarangs and they would have been fine, but he didn't. So
the tracker on its truck shows me where it feels safe to hunt. Same road, same pattern, same mistake. I don't chase it. I wait exactly where the cycle expects its next meal. I'm not the prey on this road. I'm the invitation. The wings will expect you. I am not the victim. I am the bait. And the bait must be irresistible. It chose me. It sensed the strength. It sensed the intelligence. It wants my brain, my vision, my capacity to plan. You are fast, but predictable. Your tactic is intimidation. Its strength is primal, unrefined. It relies on overwhelming force. My strikes are meant to disable human opponents. Against it, they are mere annoyances. but they serve a purpose: to test its limits. It realized the axe was a liability. Now, it reverts to its natural weapons. It underestimated my armor and my resilience. Now, the real fight begins. It relies on sight and smell. I just took away both. In the chaos, I guided it, step by step, to the designated kill zone. Protocol Beta, tactical immobilization. I lured it into a minefield of low-power explosive gel, not to wound, but to dismember. That alloy neutralizes whatever keeps it growing back. The arm is dead. It can't rejoin the body. The goal is fragmentation. It cannot regenerate if the parts are too far apart. I used its own aggression against it. The more it fought, the more it broke. I did not kill it. I simply ensured that the cost of regeneration was too high to bear. All gamma stasis containment. It needs 23 days to hunt. It needs 23 years to sleep. I'll give it 23,000.
The entity isn't a myth that feeds on stories. It's a predator that follows rules. And predators can be put into deep sleep.
He is in stasis, sir. But what about the cycle? Won't it try to wake again in 23 years?
No. The stasis chamber is programmed to release an electromagnetic pulse every 22 years, 364 days. A pulse that will keep it in deep sleep for another cycle.
So it's like, bro, like, this is, and again, bro, this shit is not, bro, this is the shit that makes Batman OP, bro. And I don't even think in a bad way. It makes him OP because he makes logical decisions. Why would I just keep something in a container, or I beat it and I disemboweled it or whatever, and now I just keep it in there? No, because like Alfred said, it's gonna come back every 23 years. He was like, actually, I made a contingency for that, not just some willy-nilly, oh, it'll just blow up the things in every 20. No, bro, there is something that will genuinely keep this thing separated. And I think he said it electrocutes it every time it tries to regrow, probably with the same chemicals or whatever type of magic he used for the Batarangs. It's the same thing that'll do it for each and every limb. That's a smart ass plan, bro. That's a smart ass plan. And I think a lot of people underestimate how smart Batman really is when it comes to making these plans and stuff like that. And it's just like, it's not hard to see. That's all I'm saying. Like, it's stuff like this can come up, but like then again, somebody had to make this contingency up video wise, and like, this is what Batman would do. But also, I think if a comic book, whoever's doing or writing Batman at this point, or like maybe 2-3 years ago, if they would have saw this idea, they would have thought the same thing. Batman is meant to be calculated in this way. He's the world's greatest detective. He doesn't just have these titles, have the skill and level of intelligence that he has for no reason. And I think what I don't like seeing sometimes is how, again, people, without prep time, he'll just get speed blitz and beat up. Yeah, but it's like, that's what any character that doesn't know what they're really up against. So I don't think prep time is like a superpower for Batman. I think it's just his character has been this way for X amount of years when it comes to preparation and just observing his surroundings. So for when people try to take that away from him, it makes no sense. Because for all that, like, I heard a battle one time when someone was like, "Oh, Spider-Man versus." I hear a lot of Spider-Man versus Batman stuff a lot too, and I'll say this, right? Obviously, in a 1v1, them meeting for the first time, Batman doesn't know what he's really doing. Batman would lose, but not even in the way that a lot of people would think. Like, oh, Spider-Man would have him so on his guard or beat him up so bad, he would just web him up and that would be the end of him. No, I think Batman can more or less outmaneuver Spider-Man to a degree, and he would have to take the L and escape. But again, knowing Batman has been around for over almost damn near 100 years, because their expiration, like these characters' expiration dates are about to come up as far as like how long a person has to own them when it comes to like creators' rights and stuff like that. That's not the point. This character has been alive for so long to the point where you should already know that a good majority of the time, he doesn't just run in head first to a lot of shit. And that's one of his main characteristics, which make him so, in my opinion, and a lot of other people's that make him so OP, is because it's like, he's not just rushing into something. And I feel as though if you had to make a very accurate Batman versus Spider-Man type of situation, Batman will already be prepared for Spider-Man. I think it would just genuinely be a matter of, can Spider-Man outmaneuver or get out of all the traps that Batman might have set up for him? Because the way that this would work is like, if Nexus made a video for Spider-Man versus Batman, it's just like, again, Batman would just observe him for as loud and as rambunctious and just out there in public and as a public face and all that Spider-Man is. Yes, Batman will be in the shadows watching him all the time, the same way any other Spider-Man villain watches him, honestly. So it's like, when it comes to the showdown, it's just a matter of like, now whatever Batman has planned, can Spider-Man outmaneuver those plans and still either get away or still like beat Batman even after all those L's? So
Protocol Delta, cycle nullification. I did not kill it. I froze it in time. The creature is contained. It is sleeping, and the rural road is safe. True weakness of a creature of cycles is interruption. I didn't defeat it with force. I defeated it with a calendar.
more or less, yeah, but like, see, and then that's the little spice on the end that Batman gets. Like, you know what I mean? I just put 2 and 2 together, nigga. That's all I really did. That's all I really did for this. And he not wrong. He separated all the limbs. He keeps it in the frozen stasis so it can't regenerate. Even if it tries to every 23 years, it won't work because the limbs will literally start decaying on themselves. Like, that is genuinely the best way to deal with this thing. And he did it. He did it.
Protocol Creeper Harvest Mega 9 complete. Now get out of here. I've got work to do.
Damn. Nexus, y'all did an amazing job with this. Like I said, I enjoyed watching it. Just might hop on a couple other things watching wise. Actually, I might watch another one. This is a good video. Like I said, if you guys have your Instagram at and everything, I would love to tag y'all. You guys did an amazing job with this. The visuals look good. I'm not the biggest fan of AI, I will admit that, but this looked good. I like the way that the contingency was planned out, the way that it was shown, what he did, how he did it, the amount of time that it really took him to do it. All the details were spot on, cherry on top.